So I was trawling my Steam library the other day and I came across a game I haven't played for many years. Now this game was an absolute classic back in the day on the Amiga, and that game is called Gods. So what is Gods? Gods is a platform game by the Bitmap Brothers released for the Amiga and Atari ST in 1991. The player is cast as Hercules in his quest to achieve immortality. It was ported to the Acorn Archimedes, Genesis, Mega Drive, PC-98, Super Nintendo Entertainment System and Atari Jaguar. A remastered version of the game Gods Remastered was developed by Robot Riot Games and released on the 4th of December in 2018 for Microsoft Windows. It was then announced for Xbox and Steam and released December 2019, followed by Nintendo Switch and PS4, with the 29th of March 2020 given as the release date for the latter platforms. Licensing restrictions prevented the distribution of the remastered edition past the 27th of March 2022. So just before we start, I was looking through eBay the other day and I seen a boxed version of this game for £150. So if you do want this game in your boxed collection for your Amiga collection, it's £150. I sold all my games quite a few years ago and I don't collect box games anymore. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's play Gods. Right, so welcome to Gods Remastered. Now, we're not going to dwell too much on this intro screen because I don't want to get copyrighted. Now, the original music was by someone called Nation 12. I think this is the same music, just slightly remastered, if that makes sense. So we're going to jump straight into it, begin new quest, and we're going to go to the first level, which is the city. Do we want to read all this gubbins? No, we don't, do we? Oh, this is not my mug, it's me birds, honestly. Nice and pink. Right, here we go. Press A to exit. Now we're playing today on this controller. This controller I was gifted by Nexi quite a while ago. It's called a Nexi Flexi and it is quite a good controller in my eyes. Not just saying that because I was gifted it. So A to continue, loading the city. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably play neither two levels. Well, when I say two levels, the city is one level. There's kind of just little, is it like little in-between levels? I don't know, from what I can remember. And then we're going to play one level, this level, you know, upgraded graphics. And then we're going to flick to Amiga graphics or ST graphics in the next level as well. So playing this on controller, it's not really the same as a zip stick. And in terms as games remasters go, some game remasters, don't get me wrong, are bloody amazing. Some of them are just absolutely crap. The main remasters I do not like in life are the film remasters. You know, there's just nothing really like that catches my eye. RoboCop was an absolute failure. There's a couple of cats fighting. So we have an up and coming, not a remaster, an up and coming remake, Terminator 2. Now I cannot wait for this game. It looks like the game we should have had back in the 90s. And as a bonus as well, it's got the 90s style 16-bit graphics or 16-bit style graphics. So yeah, this game as well, it's pretty much the same engine as Magic Pockets. It's just different graphics. Now Magic Pockets was just a slow-paced game just like this. Not as slow, I don't think, but right, now how did we, oh here we go. So this game, you may have noticed, has got some sort of like background music, background sounds. The Amiga one didn't, it just had nothing at all. Same with Magic Pockets, cracking intro music by Betty Boo, cracking intro music from the original Gods, which was Into the Wonderful. Just no in-game music. So Not a problem. Right, so that's World 1 completed. Let's dive straight in to World 2. So it's a level, and in that level, different worlds. That's what I couldn't get out before. I do apologise. I've not long got up, I've been on nights. Please forgive me. So here we go. So yeah, here we go. So 2025, we have 1080p graphics. We're rocking this game on a laptop, which is a 4060 RTX. More than enough power for this game. And this game does not run in 4K, it's just 1080 only. And there we go, back to the 90s after pressing F10. Now in my opinion, I quite like that. I quite like that game with no background music and no sort of sound. It's just nice, nice and quiet. Go back. You've got that music in the background, which in my opinion is slightly off-putting, should we say. Right, there we go. Right, how did we get that lever down? Get that quickly, get that quickly. Not that it makes any difference. Right, so here's the key. We need a key for the door. Hope we don't die. We're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. No, we're not gonna die. Yeah, in my opinion, these graphics are better. I like remasters, don't get me wrong, and I like, you know, things looking nice and crisp and polished and up to date, if that makes sense. But there's no denying that. How do we do this? How did we do this? Can we go back to right, is there something I'm supposed to do here? I've missed out something, haven't I? I have missed something, but yeah. Let's go back to the 1990s. I'm gonna have to die. Just die. Just die. Right. Alrighty, maybe I should have put that lever up. I don't know. I think I might have fucked something up here, I don't know. Yeah, these graphics are just amazing. So the rastered sky as well, was that called rastered or rastered colours or something like that? The Atari ST, because it was absolutely rubbish, didn't have that kind of background graphics or sky graphics. If you flick back to modern day, you've got like, you know, a bit of scenery in the background, a mountain or two or something, but back in the day, I think it was called a rastered sky, which was just multiple colours all kind of blended in, I think. I don't know, but how do we get something's happened here? I don't know what's happened, but nice. Let's do this again. Right, so we're walking on the top, we're jumping over there. How do we get up there? Oh yeah, it's open now. Anyway, right. We can hear more beasties. Irritating little things then, honestly. Oh, I think some of these sounds are rehashed from Speedball 2. and also magic pockets. I'm not sure. I think some of them are, you know. And it was like that back in the day anyway. Software developers, or, you know, they used to just use the same sounds in other games. So I don't know what I'm doing with these switches. I don't know if they're the right way or what. I don't know. I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to go in here. I think a bonus room. It is a bonus room. Pick up all the pots and the keys. World key. And we've got... I can only have 4 items at a time. It's not a playthrough, so I'm not really bothered, to be honest with you. So yeah, what are your thoughts on remasters in general, and what is your favourite Bitmap Brothers game? Now this wasn't one of me, well, it was one of my favourites. It wasn't my wasn't my favourite Bitmap Brothers game, but it was up there. It was really up there, like. I'm gonna die. No! I think that's a good thing. I don't think you died from falling through, like, from a height. Right, so that's what that looks like in modern day graphics, if you want to call it. So yeah, that was Gods Remastered, a game that you cannot buy no more. But if you bought it back in the day, as I say, you know, you can still play it to your heart's content. It will still download from Steam and Xbox and PS Store and all that kind of thing. So yeah, drop a comment below. What's your favourite Bitmap Brothers game? Mine is probably Speedball 2, I'd say. Magic Pockets was good, and this one wasn't one of my favourite. What's going on here? Oh yeah, the store. Let's just buy that. Yeah, so as I say, modern remasters of games can be quite good, and you know, these were the graphics back in the day which were good. Some games we always said, me and a couple of my mates, you know, I'd just love to have graphics that are clearer, that are sharper, that are lifelike, you know. And when these remasters come out, obviously because this is all we know from back in the day, people frown upon them and they say, oh no, just leave them alone and blah blah blah. But you know what, you know, I'm all for it. Now I think if I go back to, or forward in time to 2018, bam, you can see the blood there dripping. Yeah, it's good, but the music's off-putting. That's just nice. I like that. Back in the day, as I say, we didn't have music, so why should we have music now? It's off-putting. But I'm just thinking today as well, you know, obviously, like, you know, you can't buy this game no more. Is there any way you can get this onto a memory stick and put it onto someone else's PC? Because, you know, it does run through the store, runs through Steam. So you click the icon on the desktop, it's got to go through Steam. But I don't know, someone out there will probably know a way. Just a thought. Right, I'm dead. And on that note, yeah, please drop a comment below to all the questions you've just asked. And on that note, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
Chewy.